Tonight, the baby cries, then suddenly goes completely silent, and Quang freezes, pressing his ear to his newborn's lips, terrified he won't hear a breath. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to discover Quang and Linda's first days at home, midnight panic, a messy diaper surprise, the baby's first bath, and the quiet moment Linda finally lets Quang hold the weight with her. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next episodes. The crying starts sharp and sudden, the kind of sound that fills the room and makes sleep feel impossible. Quang is out of bed before he's fully awake. His bare feet find the rug. He reaches into the bassinet and lifts their son with careful hands, supporting the head the way the nurse showed him. "Hey," he whispers, voice rough. "I've got you." The baby's face is scrunched tight, fists near his cheeks, mouth open in a red O. Quang holds him upright against his chest and rocks in small, steady steps. Then, in the middle of a cry, the sound cuts off. Not a fade, not a slow quiet, just gone. Quang freezes. His arms tighten. He leans down and presses his ear close to the baby's nose and mouth, listening for breath. For 1 second, all he hears is his own pulse and the low hum of the heater. The baby lets out a soft sigh and relaxes, as if he's decided the world can wait. Quang exhales, shaky. Behind him, Linda shifts. She's propped on an extra pillow, hair loose, eyes half open. Even in the low light, her face carries that deep exhaustion that isn't just tiredness. It's recovery, and the way she keeps showing up anyway. "He's okay?" she asks quietly. Quang turns slightly so she can see. "He just stopped." Linda watches their son's slack cheeks, the way his lips purse and release in tiny, sleepy motions. A tired smile flickers. Sometimes he forgets he was crying. Quang tries to laugh, but it sticks. He keeps rocking, slower now until his shoulders unclench. Linda reaches out. Her fingers brush the baby's blanket. "You scared yourself more than him." "Yeah," Quang admits. He glances at her. "You should stay down." "I am," Linda says, then closes her eyes for a beat. "Just keep him close so I can hear him." Quang sits on the edge of the bed, the baby tucked against him. Linda's hand finds Quang's wrist and rests there, light, grounding. The baby's breathing steadies into a soft rhythm. After a few minutes, the baby stirs and squirms. Quang feels warmth spreading through the diaper and knows what's coming. "I'll change him," he says, already standing. Linda's eyes open. "Do you want me?" "No," Quang says, gentle but firm. "Stay, I've got it." He carries the baby to the changing table near the dresser and switches on the small lamp. The light is soft. He lays down the pad, checks the wipes, the clean diaper, the cream. The baby kicks, offended, and lets out a thin cry. "I know," Quang murmurs. "I'm sorry. Just a second." He opens the diaper and works the way he remembers. Clean, fold the dirty diaper under, lift the legs, clean again. His hands are careful, gentler than he ever thought they could be. He slides the clean diaper under and reaches for a wipe. And the baby lets out a sudden spray that lands straight on Quang's forearm. Quang goes completely still. For 1 beat, he stares at his own skin like it's a prank he doesn't understand. Then the baby makes a satisfied little grunt. From the bed, Linda's laugh slips out, quiet but real. Quang looks over his shoulder. "Do not laugh." "I'm not laughing," Linda says, and then immediately laughs again, a hand covering her mouth. "I'm appreciating." Quang wipes his arm with exaggerated patience. "He did that on purpose." "He doesn't even know he has hands," Linda says, eyes shining. "But yes, sure, he targeted you." Quang's mouth twitches. He's lucky he's cute. He finishes the change, securing the tabs, smoothing the fabric. He picks the baby up and holds him close again. The crying fades into small snuffles. He walks back to the bed and lowers the baby into Linda's arms. The moment she holds him, her shoulders drop. Her face softens. Quang watches her kiss the baby's forehead, lingering. "Water," he says softly. "Please." Linda nods, but she doesn't move. Her gaze stays on their son like she's afraid to blink. Quang goes to the kitchen, moving quietly through the dim hallway. He fills a glass and finds a packet of plain crackers. When he returns, Linda is humming under her breath, a low sound that seems to steady her. He sets the water and crackers on the nightstand. Linda takes the glass with both hands and drinks slowly. "Thank you." Quang sits beside her. "How's your pain?" Linda exhales. "It's there, but I'm okay." "You don't have to be okay," he says, and his voice surprises even him. She looks at him, eyes tired but clear. "I'm not trying to be tough," she says. "I'm trying to be here." Quang nods. He smooths a strand of hair behind her ear. "I can be here too," he says. "You don't have to carry it alone." Linda's lips part. Then she gives a small, shaky nod. "I know. I'm learning." They sit until the baby settles deeper into sleep. Linda's eyelids droop. "Let me," Quang says. Linda hesitates, then carefully transfers the baby back to him. The trust in that handoff is quiet, but it changes the air between them. Quang stands and paces slowly, the baby pressed to his shoulder, padding with a steady rhythm. Linda sinks back into the pillows and finally lets her shoulders rest. Dawn seeps in, turning the room from black to gray to soft blue. The baby sleeps. Linda sleeps in short stretches. Quang stays awake, listening, learning the difference between every small sound. When the sky brightens, he makes tea. He warms the kettle, finds Linda's favorite mug, adds a little honey. He keeps the movements quiet, like he's trying not to wake the whole world. Footsteps behind him. Linda appears in the doorway, wrapped in a cardigan, moving slowly. "You should be in bed," Quang says. "I couldn't sleep," Linda replies. "My mind keeps listening." He slides the mug toward her. "Warm first." Linda wraps her hands around it and takes a sip. Her eyes close. "That's perfect." They stand near the counter, shoulder to shoulder. The bassinet is close, their son swaddled and still. Sunlight touches the blanket, turning it pale gold. Linda watches the baby, then looks at Quang. "You were scared." Quang doesn't pretend. "I was. And you stayed." He lets out a small breath. "Where would I go?" Linda leans into his arm, light but sure. "Some people leave without leaving," she says gently. "You didn't." Quang presses his lips to her hair. "I'm not brave," he murmurs. "I'm just trying." Linda nods once, firm. "That's enough." The baby sighs in his sleep, a tiny sound that makes both of them look over at the same time. Quang reaches for Linda's free hand and holds it. Skin against skin, simple and steady. For the first time in days, the pace inside his chest slows. Not because everything is easy, but because it's real. They stand there in the quiet kitchen, holding hands, drinking warm tea, listening to their son breathe. After the tea, the day doesn't begin with a plan. It begins with small needs stacking up, one after another, and both of them learning to answer without spiraling. Linda sits at the kitchen table, cardigan wrapped around her, mug between her hands. Quang hovers near the bassinet, adjusting the blanket, then pausing to listen. "You can breathe," Linda says softly. "I am breathing," Quang answers, and only then notices his shoulders are up. He lowers them, tries to look normal. The baby wakes with a thin, restless whine. Quang lifts him, supports the head, brings him close to Linda so she can see the searching mouth. Bottle, Linda decides. Quang warms the milk carefully, tests a drop on his wrist, waits for Linda's nod. Linda feeds their son with slow patience, pausing to burp him. Quang watches every small motion, memorizing the angle, the timing. When the baby settles, Linda shifts as if to stand. Quang raises a hand, not grabbing her, just a gentle stop in the air. Don't push. I need to move, Linda says. If I stay still, everything hurts. Then I'll move with you, he says. They take a slow lap through the living room. Quang stays close, ready if she leans. Late morning light fills the hallway. Quang's eyes land on the baby tub by the bathroom door. He looks back at Linda. Bath? He asks, like he's asking permission to try something hard. Linda studies him, then nods. Together. In the bathroom, Quang lays out a towel, a clean onesie, the tiny washcloth. He checks the water temperature, then checks again. Linda sits nearby, watching, posture careful. Warm, not hot, she reminds him. I know, he says, and still tests it one more time. When he brings the baby in, their son's eyes widen at the bright tile. Quang lowers him into the water with both hands. The baby's cry bursts out, sharp, offended, immediate. Quang freezes for half a beat. His eyes flick to Linda. He's surprised, Linda says calmly. Hand on his chest, slow circles. Quang rests his palm gently on the baby's chest and rubs in slow circles. The cry doesn't vanish, but it shrinks, turns into a smaller protest. Quang wipes an arm, then the belly, careful around the stump. The baby hiccups and stares at him, and Quang feels his own breath finally return. I keep thinking I'll do it wrong, he admits. Linda's voice stays low. Gently is never wrong. They finish quickly. Quang lifts the baby out and wraps him in the towel, pressing the warm bundle to his chest. The baby yawns, then relaxes. Linda smiles, tired but proud. See? Quang's laugh is quiet, mostly relief. Okay, I can do that. They dress the baby on the bed, Linda guiding with small words, Quang fastening the snaps. When they're done, the baby drifts into deep sleep. Quang checks the time. The appointment. Linda's expression shifts, weariness, then resolve. Right. He helps her into comfortable clothes and packs the diaper bag. At the door, he pauses, then opens it like he's stepping into a different world. The clinic is bright and quiet. Quang stands close while Linda sits, both of them watching the baby's calm face like it's the only thing that matters. The pediatrician is gentle and practical, moving through the exam with calm hands. The baby is weighed, measured, listened to. Linda answers questions in a soft voice. Quang watches the doctor's face. He looks great, the doctor says. Healthy, doing well. Quang nods once, slow as if he needs the words to land. Linda exhales, long and quiet. On the way home, Linda looks at Quang in the rearview mirror. You were holding your breath. Quang admits it. I didn't want to hear anything bad. Linda's eyes soften. Me too. Back home, the afternoon light is warmer. The baby sleeps again. Quang carries the sleeping carrier to the window and draws the curtain back a few inches. A thin stripe of sun lands on the blanket. He doesn't wake the baby, just stands there a moment, watching the rise and fall of a tiny chest. Linda sits on the edge of the sofa, one hand at her lower back, eyes following them both. I can make something, Quang says. Soup, toast, anything. I'm not really hungry, Linda admits, then pauses. But I should eat. Quang brings her a bowl anyway, simple and warm. She takes 2 slow spoonfuls and her face softens, like her body finally remembers it's allowed to be cared for. Quang sets the carrier down and looks at Linda like he's giving an instruction he needs her to accept. Nap, he says. Linda nods, then her gaze drifts to a laundry basket by the sofa. A few tiny clothes sit on top, rumpled, waiting. Her mouth tightens. I just want to wash those, so things are ready. Quang steps in front of her, gentle but firm. Ready for what? Linda's voice pulls tight with stubbornness. Ready to be good at this. Quang takes her hands. You are good at this, he says. You're just tired. Linda swallows. Her eyes shine, not from drama, from fatigue and feeling seen. I'm not good at resting. I'm not either, Quang says. But resting is part of taking care of him, and you. She holds his gaze, then nods once, small. Okay, but you have to tell me if you're overwhelmed. Quang's mouth lifts. I'm overwhelmed every hour. A quiet laugh escapes her, and it loosens something in her face. Good, honest. He walks her to the bedroom and helps her lie down, adjusting the pillow behind her back, pulling the blanket up. He kisses her forehead, slow. Stay close, Linda whispers, eyes closing. I'm close, Quang says. He starts the small load of laundry, then returns to the chair beside the bed. The baby sleeps in the bassinet, swaddled and peaceful. Quang watches without trying to fix anything, listening for breath, for tiny shifts, for the soft rhythm of their new life. Linda's breathing deepens. The baby stirs, then settles. Quang reaches through the bassinet and lets one finger rest against the baby's hand. The tiny fingers curl around him, weak but certain. Quang stays still, letting that small grip calm the last tight place inside his chest. The light outside dims slowly and the house for once feels quiet in a way that doesn't scare
Trong cái
him.
lạnh cắt da của vùng cao, Linda lủi thủi một mình trên nương sắn, quanh quẩn với đàn gà, đàn vịt, căn nhà sàn cũ kỹ. Lòng lúc nào cũng thấy cô đơn, mặc cảm và bị cảm giác bị bỏ rơi. Đúng lúc đó Quang trở về, lo lắng dặn cô không được đi vào những nơi vực sâu nguy hiểm và hứa sẽ bù đắp cho những thiếu thốn của cô. Vài ngày sau, Quang cùng người khiêng lên một chiếc tủ gỗ lớn, chắc chắn đặt giữa căn nhà sàn, giúp Linda lần đầu được treo gọn quần áo, chăn màn như một người thực sự có nhà. Anh xin nghỉ làm, ở lại chăm sóc, cùng nấu ăn với cô, chế củi, trò chuyện mỗi tối. Chiếc tủ mới dần trở thành biểu tượng cho tương lai vững chắc và sợi dây gắn kết âm thầm giữa hai người. Mọi người hãy like, share và subscribe để ủng hộ giúp mình nhé.